You and this person had a snag within your relationship, and your relationship has never been the same. I'm so fucking irritated because I've recorded this video 3 times now. The first time it didn't save, the second time it did save, but it didn't upload, and then the video got deleted. This video needs to get out there, and I'm not gonna stop. Here we go. Basically, what happened is this person was envious of you. They were envious of you because you had a massive glow up in your life. When you had this massive glow up, you became awakened. You became more aware. You became more discerning. You became wiser, more intelligent, more emotionally mature, more mature in general. You became more spiritually aware. You became more spiritually wise. And you just completely surpassed this person. When you were the older version of yourself, when you were the version that was unawakened, unaware, immature, this person thought that they were better than you. They thought that they were above you, and they looked at you like you were beneath them. They were like, yeah, this person is this person is that. I'm better. That was their attitude. But then what happened is you went through your spiritual awakening. You went through your spiritual awakening. You became more aware. You became awakened, and you completely grew, evolved, and transformed into an entirely new, different version of yourself. It's as if the version of yourself that you are right now is the complete opposite of who you used to be. And when you grew up, when you grew, when you evolved, when you had your massive transformation, it's like the butterfly that bursted out of the cocoon, the phoenix rising, the lotus flower blooming. When you had this glow up, you surpassed this person. You were wiser, more mature, more discerning, more emotionally intelligent, more aware, and more awakened, more spiritually wise. It got to a point where you were teaching them stuff. It used to be a way where they taught you a lot, but then it got to a point where you were teaching them. You were teaching them. And what they did not like the fact that you had surpassed them. They didn't like that. They didn't want you to be above them or be better than them. They did not want that at all. So they got envious of you. They got envious because they were comparing themselves to you, and they saw that you were up here at this level and they felt like they were down here at this level. So they saw you at a higher level than they were, at a higher vibration than where they were. They did not like the fact that you had surpassed them because they wanted you to continue to be beneath them. They believed in this level of hierarchy, and they believed that they had a higher hierarchy over you. But then it got to a point where you surpassed them, so they kind of felt like you were in higher hierarchy than they were. So they felt inadequate. They felt inferior. And when they got envious of you, that envy turned into jealousy. And when they got jealous of you, they started taking action against you. What they were doing is they were talking about you behind your back to anybody that would listen, anyone that would listen. They broke your trust, they betrayed you, and they stabbed you in the back. And you found out about all of this, and it made you look at them differently. That was the first thing that shifted your dynamic. The second thing is when they started saying stuff to you directly to hurt you, to get under your skin, to disrespect you, to belittle you. And you didn't like that. So you matched energy and you started saying stuff back to them to get under their skin, to hurt their feelings. And it got to a point where you both were saying things to each other to hurt each other's feelings. And you all did hurt each other's feelings. You all threw low blows at each other. And that's what really severed your dynamic. That's what really put the snag in you all's connection. That's what really ruined you all's relationship. This relationship has never been quite the same since all of this has happened. It hasn't been. What's going to help this relationship move forward is forgiveness. Forgiveness. You have to see them for where they were and why they did what they did. And once you can overstand what happened, then you can forgive them. Once you forgive them, that would alleviate a lot of that tension that's between you two. What also needs to happen is they have to outgrow the envy that they have towards you. They have to outgrow it. They have to face their envy, face that envy, deal with that envy, and overcome that envy so the envy is not a burden in the way. Because the envy is what caused the shift and the rift and the dynamic in the first place. So once the envy is gone, the dynamic will be back to where it needs to be, back to where it used to be. Once the envy is gone, what you also need to do is, for the time being, love this person from a distance. Create some distance between the two of you, because that's what this relationship needs. This relationship needs some breathing room. Sometimes you got to just let a situation breathe, and this is one of those times. Let it breathe. Love each other from a distance. Work on yourself, work on your healing, work on forgiving them, and they will do the same. They will do the same. Within time, this relationship is going to be better. The relationship is going to be back to where it used to be. It's going to be back to where it needs to be. But right now, you all have to work through your own emotions to get there. And you will get there. But this is what happened within that relationship. It was the envy that got in the way. It was the envy that was the burden in the way. Once that envy is gone, the relationship will be better. Once you forgive them, the relationship will even be more better. Ashe.